whatever.
Oh, welcome back, guys, to another episode. We're going to talk about part 2. I really didn't do any checks on anything. Is your mic good?
I think it's fine.
Yeah, that's good.
What are we out?
You can tell this room don't have a lot of stuff in it right now because when you play it back and listen, it has a little bit of a ring. Like I need to get this thing done. Get some furniture back in here. Kind of absorb that sound, I guess, to help. But anyways, thanks, guys, for joining us back for another episode. It's part 2 of mentoring new duck hunters. And there's going to be 2 new duck hunters I'll be mentoring this year. Our help. I mean, we all will be. Whoever they hunt with is not just me, but Robert Hernandez and Michael Katana. Is there anybody else that I'm trying to think of? And then Vivian, my own daughter. I mean, it'll be her first year, so.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to get my wife out there this year.
And, okay. Yeah, she knows about duck hunting.
Yeah, she's got a trip planned to see her sister back in North Carolina, and then when she comes back after that.
She's going to start going.
It'll be around December, so.
You just going to get her license and stuff then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then just get like her couple day passes or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Got to get her some waders and trying to look at that. Talon, we might go with the same ones that she has. I don't know.
What's Talon have?
It's the She Outdoors. SHE Outdoors.
Oh, I never heard of it.
Yeah.
Do you have to order it
I guess
online
it's specifically designed for women. It's a Cabela's Bass Pro. I think that they carry them.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at that, and then but Lacrosse has a wader too that looks pretty nice, but it's a little bit more pricey.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like,
what's the She one? Like, what's
they're
the
like
gram on
two
the boots?
something?
Oh, really? Those were 200?
The She ones? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The Lacrosse ones are like 3 something.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't think that she would like neoprenes. You know, neoprenes you can get them cheaper, but breathables. They're breathables.
Okay, the $300 ones?
Mm-hmm.
So why are they so much? Because Lacrosse, a lot of theirs is cheaper. Why? Is it because it's for a woman?
Specifically designed for a woman, I guess.
Well, the thing is, they'll probably last forever for Taylor and her just for the fact that they don't go as nowhere near as much as we do.
No. Although my daughter has informed me that she is going to be
going a lot
this year.
Hey, good to hear. All right, so the first topic we're gonna go over tonight, and like I said, I didn't want to leave you guys hanging on the last one because you were probably saying, "Hey, you left this out, and I said, "Don't worry about it. We'll get it covered." There's plenty. We're probably gonna be 4 or 5 episodes, but the first one is keep it simple. And when I said that to Travis before we started, he's like, "We never keep it simple." Here's
the simplicity of it. It's a duck, and when I tell you to shoot it. That's just But as far as like, I don't know what they're trying to say. I haven't read that.
You want me to read that part first?
Yeah, let's see what they say because my idea of simplicity and theirs, I'm sure, is totally not the same.
Yeah, because we got to remember to bring our brain back down to that. What really matters? Not okay. There's this way. All right. This is what they say. The beginner doesn't need to know the intricacies of choke selection, shot sizes, etc. to shoot a first duck. Teach these things as interests grow, which I thought that was a really good point. They said as interest grows. Because maybe this person will go and never go again. So what does it matter, right? It said put a modified choke in the newcomer's gun, which I think is another huge thing. Caleb, with his first duck, he thought he may have had a turkey choke in, and I never thought to say nothing to him about it. And you let him use your gun on a bird.
Yeah. And I don't think you shot enough rounds that it sealed it in there. Hopefully not.
What, his choke?
Isn't turkey chokes, they have an issue with that? Sometimes if you shoot still shot out of them, it can.
Well, the thing is, turkey chokes, his wasn't extended, though.
No.
So it might have, I hopefully didn't mess it up.
He didn't shoot that many
Caleb,
rounds.
if you're listening, sorry. I did not know that you had that choke in there. I don't know. It should be fine, but... And then it says, ins and outs of ballistics are important lessons for the future, but can detract from basic safety and shooting skills early on. So
that's true. I thought when they were referring to simplicity is like, don't go out there that long if they get tired or, all
or
that
decoys,
stuff.
All the decoys and how many this and that.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
But how I introduce people, I'm going.
You're going along for
and
the
you're
show.
Coming along. Right?
You're going along for the show. Oh, yeah. That's kind of true.
That's the simplicity of it.
I'm scared to laugh. I start coughing every time I sting it. Anyways,
We're going that way.
Yeah.
Keep up.
Yeah, follow me. At least you're not in Travis's prime where you can't keep up with him like I was. But me and Harrison were talking about that today as well, about taking new people with you. You know, do you think it's selfish of you to not want to take a new duck hunter every time you go duck hunting?
Is that a selfish thing?
Is that a selfish thing that you don't want to take a new hunter every time? I mean, no. I mean, there's no right or wrong, I guess.
No, I would say no, because I don't want to take a new person every time.
Right. Yeah, but is there something wrong? Is that selfish saying that? I mean, this is a conversation me and Harrison already had
I don't
today.
think it's selfish. I mean, I think that you can plan for, saying a trip, and you want to. I think the big thing is you want to take them when, of course you're going to be successful, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can't guarantee that.
No,
you don't know from time to time what type of hunt it's going to be, but I mean, like like opening day, that was good with Caleb because he had lots of opportunities. Mm-hmm. Where if you took him in November, it might not have been that interesting to him. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're killing, 2-3 birds at the max, that can be a slow day. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it's selfish to not take someone every time. I think you should be selective in it.
Mm. That's what me and Harris were talking about. We feel the same way, because there's always people like, I want to go with you, and it's not just me that people want to go with you. They want to go with Thomas. Like there's someone always wanting to go, and it's like, well, you feel bad because I don't like telling people no, number one. But at the same time, it's like, well, to be honest with you, this is saying a good time to go. Like, I'm just going because I have a problem. I have an addiction. Like, I have to go out there.
Did you miss a single weekend last year?
No, of course not.
I don't think I did either.
I shouldn't say that because if I was working, I probably did miss a few. I did miss a few, but not very many, dude.
Yeah.
This year, I'll miss a week, a month.
Because of your work schedule?
Because of the work schedule. I literally can't go.
But I'm sure you plan on making up for it on the days that you can.
Baby, I'm making up for it. You know I am.
Yeah.
So no complaining there. I'm just saying it'll be like that. But it's actually nice knowing when I can and can't hunt. Instead of like before, it was like, I hope I can hunt Saturday. I hope I can hunt Saturday. I hate that, man. Like I'm so regimented the way I like things. I like to know way out in advance. I just me. Now, am I organized? That's a different story.
Well, that's debatable too, because everything can look like it's out of place, but if you know where everything's at,
yeah,
then that's what matters.
Like when you're mounting a bird.
But now when you tell somebody, hey, go get this for me, that might be another problem.
Yeah. So here's the next one. This is a big one. Practice shooting. Okay, here's the big thing. This is huge. We could talk about this the whole rest of the podcast. I think we might have barely touched on it on the last one. But talking about being safe, this does say practice shooting, so that's really what it's basically talking about. But it does say firearm safety, basic shotgun familiarity, and fundamental wing shooting skills are all required to get that first duck. These are seldom mastered in a single session. Head to the range together several times before hunting. Shooting is fun anyways. So I don't think skeet or trap ever help you to be a better shot on a duck, but I think it helps you.
Well, yeah, because you become more familiar with.
I guess I just contradicted myself.
Well, I think that what you're trying to say is that it's not going to help you hit a duck or be able to simulate the flight of a duck.
There you go. That's kind of what I was trying to say.
But it will make you familiar with, bringing your gun up to your shoulder, swinging on a target, finding the sight picture. Some people, if they haven't shot a shotgun a lot, I don't want the first time they go out there to be on a duck hunt.
No.
Because they need to know how to load the thing, be familiar with the gun to know, okay, you push this button to slide a shell up into the chamber. This is where the safety's at. Those sort of things.
Yeah, that should not be getting learned on.
That's not something you should learn out in the pond.
Mm-mm.
So
that's when.
But I don't think I've ever really taken somebody
that was that new.
That was that green at, handling a shotgun.
Yeah.
And two, because birds fly in a skeet or trap scenario, where the target's coming from, the flight is going to take. A duck is going to come from all 360 degrees and do whatever. And you don't want somebody that's not comfortable or you're comfortable with swinging a shotgun around trying to find where they're at. If you're hunting, got a tickle on my throat. Like mud and stuff like that where you can fall over really easy. I mean, we've done it, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
Almost fall over.
I have fallen over.
Excuse me. But you don't want somebody that's green with a gun. They may be green to duck hunting, but green with a gun is two different things. So I wouldn't feel super comfortable with somebody out there that is like that.
Right.
I wouldn't take somebody like that.
Right. No, that's part of mentoring too. Like, you need to get familiar. If they want to meet you out somewhere and, hey, let's go out to some property or some BLM land and throw some clays or something, just to get that, like you said.
Yeah. And then too, that way you can be more hands-on with them in that scenario.
Not being distracted by ducks coming over.
Yeah, well, you're going to be focused on, you're not going to get any duck hunting. You won't be duck hunting if you take somebody like that.
Mm-mm. Well, that's like taking a brand new dog the first time. Yeah, you can't really take your gun. If you're going to do the dog justice, you can't do that. You have to focus on him and help him out.
Yeah.
Sorry, new duck hunters. I'm referring to you as a dog, but you gotta, that's why, like, I don't know if I said this last week or maybe there's something personally I said to you, but I have a real very, very hesitant of taking young kids that have not been mentored by their parents. If they have some, if you don't have parents, I understand that. And I could do that on the side, but not on a hunt for the first time.
Yeah.
Because now having a dog and stuff like that, just accidents happen and stuff. And it's just like, if I'm going to take you hunting, I'd rather just take you hunting on a junior hunt. Like if you're a young kid, to focus on you.
But still, I think that would have a level of difficulty for you because you do have Rocky and you're working with him even on the junior hunt.
True.
But if their parent can be there, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes, the parents, they may be fine with their kids going.
They just don't want to go.
Right? But they don't want to put the investment in because they're not interested in duck hunting. So, they have to have waders, If it's later in the season, they want to be warm. And there's so many factors, I don't think they really feel like messing with it too much.
Right.
Because I think the other thing, too, if it's their kid's first time, they don't even know if their kid's going to like it. So why are they going to go drop, $150 on a pair of waders
for one hunt
and maybe never use them again?
Right. No, I agree. All right. The next one is temper the expectations. It says never lead with we're going to shoot a pile of ducks. As you prepare for the first hunt, storytelling is important to fan the flames, but the measure of success should never be counting ducks killed.
No, and I think Caleb was a prime example with that.
Oh,
he would have been totally happy with that one bird.
Or nothing.
Shooting that one bird or just being there.
Yeah.
But that one bird, I mean, that basically said that made his day. You know what I'm saying? And two, you can never, predict expectations anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything can be good, just it seems right and nothing happens.
If anything, don't you think we're a little bit more negative than positive? And it's not that we're being negative, but you're like, maybe
all these people in the parking lot.
Maybe it's me, or just like, there's no wind, or it's warm today.
Or you're driving out to the refuge, if you're going to do afternoon hunt, and there's no birds anywhere.
Like, sky,
you're like, this is going to stink,
Yeah.
And we have a spot where we always check to see if there's shovelers in there, and we always kind of base like, okay, there's shovelers out here, that means there's birds around.
Yeah,
that's kind of a gauge, but it's not always an accurate gauge.
Right. All right. I mean, for me, because it was kind of talking about social media too, which I guess a lot of the young generation's all on the social media, so they're feeding off that as well as YouTube and stuff like that too. So most people don't post a picture of one bird, they're posting pictures.
Yeah, but I've seen a lot lately this year, because a lot of seasons have opened already, ahead of ours, balance of the state. I've seen quite a few things on Facebook where people are posting a picture of just one bird, but it's their first one, And it's really cool because it seems like there's a lot of more people like, hey, this is my first year duck hunting. This is my first bird, I've seen quite a few posts like that. So I think that's really cool. If they got the one bird, I'm saying they're proud of it.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's cool,
That's cool.
Thumbs up to you. You got your first bird, and I hope that you get more as the season goes on and throughout the rest of your, duck hunting career.
Yeah. Yeah, so just don't create something that's not realistic. Which I don't feel like most people I know would even do that anyways. I don't feel like nobody's like, oh man, we're gonna smash them today. We're gonna do this and that. I'm just like, it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a fun day, no matter what. However it turns out. Junior hunts, they're always pretty good, but I know I keep referring to that, but most people that's referring to juniors. But guys that are new for the first year, they're gonna go through the season, so they're gonna see the highs and lows. Most of our guys that started out, Jake, Thomas, and this has all been spread out over several years, but as these guys started hunting, eventually you may get lucky a couple times, but eventually you're going to have those super slow days. So, but I know like Thomas and I think Jake all had terrible
first hunts.
First like 3 or 4 hunts.
Oh, okay.
And I asked Thomas, I was like, what made you keep coming back? Especially when you didn't shoot nothing. But he's grown up. I think part of that is when you grow up hunting, you know how hunting is.
Yeah.
So sometimes maybe the new guys or girls, you need to tell them, hey,
but Thomas was never really a bird hunter, though, was he?
No.
I mean, big game mostly, right? With like elk and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Same as I was, really.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
Yeah.
Not like crazy about it.
But you went dove hunting and stuff like that. I don't even know if Thomas really dove hunted before, did he?
Not really.
Yeah, so. But I think that is true, you know what I'm saying? Knowing that you're not going to get something every time you go out there definitely helps. Where somebody that's never been hunting at all before, like I said, if you have a really bad day, they're like, I don't want to come back.
Right.
The potential's there.
And we've had a few that.
Or if you give them leaky waders.
That's Travis's way to thin the herd.
Yeah, I want to make sure you really want to be
If you really want to beat it, we'll get you past the test. And there's a few that have not passed the test over the years, I'm sure. All right, the next one is assist with camouflage. It says on first hunts, a new hunter will likely rely on you for gear. It doesn't have to be fancy. Camo patterns don't need to match, but clothing needs to fit and keep the hunter comfortable in the conditions you'll encounter. Clothing doesn't even have to be camouflage. Very true. But shouldn't make the new hunter feel he or she stands out as a newbie. I don't know about that, but...
Here, wear this orange vest.
Yeah, no, I don't think we're going to... I don't think that would ever be an issue.
Or pink camouflage.
Worrying about, I'm newbie because I'm wearing solid green and everyone else is wearing Sitka. I mean, I don't know. Do you think that could bother people? I don't think.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Maybe it would.
I mean, it always bothered me when you were running around with your Sitka waders on, and I just had my, Walmart specials. I mean, I felt inferior.
Oh, you man!
I'm joking.
Let's not get into that again. I said, I know how you guys are checking me out every time I.
Well, they were so tight. I mean,
maybe Tamara should be worried.
You sure wonder why I always walk behind? Okay. I'm joking.
Oh, good grief!
I'm totally joking.
We know that.
No,
you wouldn't be over here if you weren't.
I mean, I have like a whole huge bin in my garage full of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Clothes and camouflage. Mm-hmm. So
of all different patterns.
Yeah.
What's that really old pattern that I used to wear? That old jacket you had. It's.
I know what you're talking about.
It's dark brown.
Yes, it was Brownie. It was made by Brownie.
And then light brown. It was just dark brown, light brown. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Old
school camo pattern.
Worked just fine.
I still have that jacket. And
I have Robert. Like I was telling Robert, he's like, dude, what do I need to get for? Because I'm basically mentoring him, helping him, trying to get the right stuff, and make sure he don't buy something he doesn't need to buy, or buy stuff he absolutely has to have.
Yeah.
Shotgun. He's trying. He said he went down to Sage Shop trying to get a 870 pump black, just a pump 28 or 12 gauge, 28 inch, blah blah blah. He said, man, good luck ever finding one of those anywhere. And It's true, because I went on I searched on Google, every gun store I could think of, sold out. No matter what color you buy, it could be the dumbest camo, sold out.
Of any kind of gun?
Of 870s.
Oh, okay.
And he said that.
People are buying them for home defense.
But it's not just 870s, it's everything. Because the way the thing is, like you look for any guns, dude, they're not available right now.
Yeah.
But it's because gun sales are out the wazoo.
I know
right
handguns
now.
Like that. One of my buddies has been trying to get a handgun forever. He wants a specific one. I told him, I go, you need to check, because he's been looking at one shop. I told him, hey, you look at these other places and see what they can do. If there's some way they can let you know when they get them in, or, if you can, some way lock one where they can hold it for you. But I don't know.
Stage Shop said they've been trying to get an 870 for like months.
That's crazy.
A gun store can't even get them. So you definitely ain't going to go nowhere else and get them. You know what I mean? So honestly, you know, picking the gun up and stuff like that. But I don't know why. Oh, because what I was talking about is he was getting a gun and everything, trying to get a gun. But also was telling, he's like, what am I going to wear for like a jacket and stuff? I said, dude, I got 2 or 3 jackets you can use, you know, like for if it gets that cold, and talking about waterproof, you know, you'll have some if it rains or whatever. So that's why you always kept your stuff, because I have a tendency of stuff I don't use, I give it to someone else to give it away. But now I'm like, okay, I'm going to start keeping this stuff.
Yeah.
To if people go with me.
I got Talon's first pair of waders. I don't even think I could get my arm in the legs. They were so small.
Just keeping it for...
We just kept for sentimental reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right, so basically just helping with that. I mean, just it's not just even the camouflage, the system with, you know, everything, like what to get, what to have, the essentials, right? I mean, for us out here, a lot of you don't care about a marsh seat because it's not something really applies to you. But a lot of people in the grasslands and people that are hunting free roam areas and toolies, and I wouldn't say you have to have it.
It is nice to have, though.
But man, it's a whole lot better on your back.
If you're going to be out there all day.
Yeah. You're talking about your back burning. Like, I've done it. I've done it lots of times now. I had a seat, and your back starts to hurt. And then this last time when we went up there, we were on our knees the whole time trying to stay low. Good grief. Were your knees sore from that?
No, my I don't know, your quads.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was, I think that's from standing up and getting down again.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, dude, my knees. Oh,
my knees didn't bother me that bad.
Oh.
It was my legs, man.
Mine still feels sore from it.
Really?
Oh, yeah. But I
was
bad
sore
knees.
for like 3 days. My knees never bothered me.
Caleb was like, my leg.
But my legs were sore. If somebody would have socked me, I'd have probably screamed.
Yeah, we were hurting. All right, we're trying to get through these, but I don't want to rush through anything. Excuse me. This one says gun fitting. So to quickly develop solid wing shooting skills, make sure the newcomer has a shotgun he or she can shoot comfortably. Adjustable stocks and slip-on pads are mentor's best friend. Get the gun set up properly and make sure the new hunter uses it in all practice sessions.
Well, I think one thing that's too is like probably in a practice session. It depends on the time of year, but think about it, if you're wearing a coat, things like that. You know, you may be able to shoulder that gun easily with a short sleeve shirt on, but you start layering up, you know, it may not fit right. So I think that might not be a bad thing. You know, you don't want them to have a gun they've never handled before, basically. You know, just like loading, where the safety's at.
Yeah.
All those things, but just, shouldering definitely.
Well, and the trigger pull too, like, you know, if it's too far, you want that right. Like when you throw it up to your shoulder, you don't want the trigger too far where you're reaching to get out to it, or your back too far, which most people use standard setup and it works pretty much for most people.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's, like Thomas, he has really long arms, and I don't know if he adjusted his or not, but I want to say his, because what you do is put the butt of the gun right in the crease of your elbow, and then your fingers should kind of line up with the trigger well.
Okay.
If your hand's way past it, it's going to cause you to scrunch in to shoot, and that's where you would use the adjust.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want to give someone like Thomas a youth 20 gauge.
No, I think he might have a tough time with that. So just, I guess, get him dialed in, and well, we got 6 minutes. I don't know if I want to jump on this one or not, because this says modest gear. Okay, so this is talking about mentoring someone. Avoid the temptation to break out your most expensive gear to impress the newcomer. Okay. A beginner on the fence might be intimidated if they perceive hunting as too expensive. You need to show newcomers anybody can do this without spending $1 million. They need to see they can buy a used shotgun for a couple $100, find and repaint some decoys from a yard sale, and be a successful hunter. So, I could be wrong, but to me it sounds like he's trying to say, and I don't mean this offensively to him, but I'm just speaking when I feel like I interpret that. It feels like he's basically saying you need to go wear your old stuff when you hunt with them just so they don't get intimidated. I don't feel like that's really an issue. I've
never had it be an issue.
I don't think it is. Maybe they're thinking that, and we don't know they're thinking that. Like, man, I wish.
Yeah, I have no idea the mindset, but
I don't either. I mean,
because I don't keep forever I kept like all my old decoys. I had them, but eventually you run out of room, and you can't keep them. So I sold a bunch of them in a garage sale.
Yeah,
and they sold. I don't know if people want them for lawn decorations or what, but I don't really keep all the old stuff now.
Okay, well, let's say this: your expensive waders. You're not going to wear those waders out there because
They're the only ones I got. Instead of the last pair I'll ever buy, I didn't keep the other ones. There's a reason I bought them. I needed a pair.
And it said they're the last pair you'll ever buy.
That's what they said.
Yeah, we'll find out.
So I don't have another pair of waders to wear.
I know, but do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I don't think they'd be intimidated.
I don't know. Maybe we should ask Caleb, hey, man, because you had the rustic ridges out there we were wearing Sika. Was that intimidating? I mean, I don't think he even thought of it.
As long as you don't get wet, that's the main thing.
That's all that matters. I mean, he was talking about his ankles getting lacerated.
Well, he wore socks.
Dude, ankle socks.
He wore ankle socks, though.
Come on, Caleb.
He had shorts on. It was freezing cold.
I guess we were bad. I was like, thinking about mentorship. I was like, I guess I was a bad mentor. When he said wool socks, I assumed, I've never heard of ankle wool socks.
Well,
Have you?
I got like ski pants underneath my waders, and this he gets out of his truck and walking around with shorts on, and it was cold.
Dude, have you ever heard of ankle wool socks?
I didn't even know they made them.
I didn't either, and I'm that we probably sound like idiots for saying that, but I never even knew they made ankle wool socks.
I thought the only ones that came up to your knees, and I don't really like those that high.
Well, mine are like mid shin.
Yeah,
and the reason one of the main reasons is how it doesn't make your foot get too hot, but it keeps you really warm when it's cold.
Yeah.
But the other deal is it's good padding in there for that very reason of getting sore around your ankle
boots,
or shin, which these Sika boots don't really, or the lacrosse boots don't really do that. But dude, have you ever had just
raw
cuts?
Man,
raw. Painful.
Just rubbing on there, just cutting into your leg.
And just every step is just
pain.
I guarantee you he was in pain. If he was using the word lacerated, he must have been hurting bad, dude. And we didn't even walk that far. And we were walking through shallow mud. It was the easiest walk you could possibly have.
So but if he was rubbing, it's rubbing.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we were in deep mud and we had a 2-mile walk like we've done lots of times?
That would not have been fun.
I would have felt bad for that dude right now because I couldn't take the fun right out of it.
Oh yeah.
So, but I don't know. I just don't feel like I should downgrade gear. I kind of get what he's saying.
Bring your slingshot. Don't bring your shotgun. Bring your slingshot.
Well, he's yeah. If we want to be sarcastic,
Bolo.
Well, it says they need to see that they can buy a used shotgun. I don't know. I don't feel like anybody I have to prove to them that I can kill it with this gun or that gun. I do. Well, I'll say this, Travis. I don't think maybe locally, but I think there is people, and I'm down on people. But I think there's people, because of the lack of knowledge of things, they think you can shoot better with the Browning A5 better than an 870. That gun doesn't make you shoot better.
No.
It's personal preference. After I had a $300 Big 5 gun for several years.
Yeah,
before I bought what I had.
870 that I got when I was 16. I had it till I was in my 30s.
Before you got another gun.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I'm saying. People see us and think, oh, you guys are just all the big dogs. You got all this stuff. It's like, hold on a second. We've been hunting for a long time, and look at all the stuff I mean, personally, I had no problem. I'm
on my third or fourth shotgun.
I have no problems just going out and using some old stuff just to make it video out and saying, okay, we can still do with this if that makes people feel like they could be more successful, because maybe people do need to see that. I don't know. I have no problems doing that.
Let's paint all of our decoys black.
I still got my old waders, and I still got old decoys, and I can borrow an old gun.
Yeah. It's
not going to change the success ratio.
Well, the other day when when my choke blew out, I used my old 870. Worked fine.
So kill birds.
Yeah.
So if you guys are struggling with that if the good stuff is better than the old, it really is preference and affordability. If you can afford it, you do it. If you like it, oh, that's a cool gun. That's why I buy it. It's really bottom line what it comes down to. It's not like I upgraded shotguns because I thought I was going to shoot like Daniel Boone or something. So anyways, time's up. Film's actually on the YouTube channel. It's cutting out right now. But just close this out. Appreciate you guys' support. I say that every time. because I truly do mean that. It's just not something I say just to say. So I appreciate you guys' support. We got more episodes coming, more hunt recaps. Looks like you guys have been enjoying those. Thank you down for commenting and rating this podcast in iTunes, seeing some new comments and some new ratings. So we appreciate the support, guys. If you haven't done that, please go in and do that. And check out our YouTube channel, Mid-Valley Mercenaries on YouTube. I think you guys will really enjoy it. We've been putting out content. I feel like it's been pretty good quality. Hopefully,
I like watching the B-roll. I mean, seeing you hunt doesn't really get me that excited.
Yeah.
But no, I'm kidding.
well, I mean, it's just
I'm messing.
trying to do the storyline and all that stuff.
That's cool.
The problem is, you start at the beginning like that. It's really hard to maintain that. I hope people aren't getting too used to it because it's hard. It's not going to all be like that. I can tell you that right now. So anyways, all right, guys, check it out. Mid-Valley Mercenaries. Check our apparel out. If you guys want to see some cool hats and hoodies and stuff like that, it's midvalleym.com. We'll see you guys on the next episode.